Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 BMW M850i xDrive Gran Coupe. Huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this M Heritage Edition for me, one of 500 that will be produced. Take a look at their website, that link is down in the description. This M850i is also finished off in an individual color. This is Oxford Green Metallic, and with options, MSRP is just over $133,000. Now this is powered by the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. It's paired to the 8-speed automatic, pumps out 523 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque. Sent through that xDrive all-wheel drive system, it will propel this 4,700 pound Gran Coupe from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, and it has a top speed of 155 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 18 gallons. You'll expect to see 17 miles per gallon in the city and 24 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 119 inches. Its overall length is 200.3. It has a width of 76.1, a height of 55.4, and its ground clearance measures in at 5 inches. Now for the M Heritage Edition, this is basically an M8 without that extra power. This is already a very powerful vehicle, but it comes with a carbon fiber roof. You'll notice the stripe up top too. It even has the seats and lots of nice materials for the interior. So as we work our way to the exterior now, you'll notice matte black for the kidney surround for the grille. There's a forward camera, lots of cutouts to provide additional cooling along with having that M badge. There's also LEDs for all of the lighting with a nice dark housing to them. And you'll see even more cutouts in the entire lower section. There's also the sensor for the distance pacing and all of that tech, and then some smooth lines coming down the hood. Now as we work our way to the side, this also has the two-tone design for the M Sport wheels, and there's the black M Sport brakes. You'll notice too there's a trim accent just behind that, and then gloss black for the power folding side mirrors, which have a camera and a turn signal. There's also gloss black for the window trim, and then the carbon fiber roof with the BMW colors running down that driver's side. As we take a step back, very prominent lower side skirt there. And then of course this is a sedan. BMW calls it the Gran Coupe. It's the stretch version of the Coupe, of course, and it has that coupe-like design for the rear glass there. Now this also has a backup camera. There's LEDs for all of the lighting, and then parking sensors and the quad tip dual exhaust, along with some gray accents for the lower section of the bumper. Now this also has remote start. Let's take a listen. And it sounds really good. We'll get some revs of it in just a little bit, but you can use the lock button, triple tap on that to start it up and to shut it off. You can also use the key fob or that release, and you can open up the trunk where this has a good bit of space for this model. There's tie downs, there's no storage under the floor. You have a small cargo net on one side. You can also fold down the back seats for more storage, and then you have some battery access and components on that left side. And then this does have the hands-free option, so you can just kick under the bumper, or you can use the other two options. Now as we work our way to the interior, this does have proximity door handles. So grab any door handle to lock and unlock this, and these are also pillarless doors. Now for some more of the Heritage Edition materials, you'll notice all the Alcantara. Bowers & Wilkins is a part of that. This also has 3 sunshades. So you have one for each rear door and then one for the rear glass, along with the window control and more storage in the lower section. There's the illumination for the M badge, and then this also has the BMW colors stitched on the seat belts. Now with the seat released, you can fold it down where you have that cutout in order to place in some more items as needed. And then you'll notice all the red stitching too. Now at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. You'll notice too, this control stack in the middle. So if you do happen to have a middle passenger, you'd have to have a leg on both sides. But you'll notice carbon fiber, there's vents and auxiliaries, and then climate adjustments laid out nicely underneath that. Now there's no storage pockets behind both front seats, but I have a good bit of leg space, and at 5'10", I have about a ½ inch or so of headroom. So I could sit upright comfortably. You could have a car seat back here. Realistically, this will be a 4-seater vehicle and a 5th seat if and when you need it. Now you'll notice there's the armrest where you also have storage on the back section, and then cup holders up front, and you can also fold this middle seat down. So you can gain access to the cargo space if needed. You'll notice too, more Alcantara for that back deck area there, and then it's on the entire headliner, which is a part of that package. So you'll notice for the window sticker, there's driving assistance, then the driver assistance professional, M Heritage Edition, M Sport, and M Performance package too. So we have a lot of nice options for this. And then up front, you'll notice more of the Alcantara memory seating adjustments window controls, side mirror adjustments, the trunk release, and then more leather for the entire door panel. You'll notice too, M58i Edition Heritage, one of 500. And then the M8 style seats up front with some blue and red stitching. There's also the manual leg support. Really nice to see this supportive seat. Now this also has the leather M Sport steering wheel, and let's start this back up, take a listen to how it sounds. And coming back to the gauge cluster now, you'll notice on the far left, there's fuel and miles per hour. On the right side, there's the tach and engine temperature. And then to go through some of that info on the right side, push on this top button on the turn signal stalk. So you have a little bit of info that you can monitor within that screen, and the rest of it is going to be fixed. So you can at least scroll through those as needed. Now this also has paddle shifters, all of the cruise control settings on the left. Right side, you have volume along with Bluetooth and voice commands. You can push on this button to pull up your media and radio for the head-up display, and then push on it again to make it disappear and look at miles per hour and the speed limit sign. Now on the left, more Alcantara along with the headlight adjustments and a dimmer switch. There's one air vent, more Alcantara for the gauge cluster. You have Alcantara for the passenger, and then some leather accents with the sub in the middle. Now for the infotainment system, it is touchscreen, but you do have controls down below that you can use as well. And you'll notice that you can quickly get into info on this left side just by going home each time, or you can use the rotary dial down below with the shortcuts in front of that. So under vehicle now, there's driving information. You can get into some sport displays if you want to do some performance style driving, and then quickly go back. You have vehicle statuses to monitor various settings as well. This is how you can get into the remote start. You have your door access and some general settings too. There's different modes to get into. You have driver profiles, owner's manual as well. And then if you go back to home, you can also get into apps where you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then you can further get into all this information using the controls down below. Now there's also a shortcut to the intelligent safety. So you can configure this and turn on or off all of this information depending on how you want the vehicle to react. You'll notice hazards along with vents, and then you have climate adjustments in the middle. This also has heated and ventilated seats. So you use one control down below and decide what you would like it to be within the screen. You have fan speed, temperature, where you'd like the air to go. You can even get into your menu as well, so you can go through some more of that information. There's presets with tuning, you have volume. There's also the M Heritage 1 of 500 plaque on the carbon fiber lid there, where there's also wireless charging. You have auxiliaries and cup holders. And then with the shifter, the release is on the left side. Simply push it forwards where you can see an 8 within that crystal knob. And you can pull up the backup camera where there's automatic parking and backup assistance. You can put it into drive, push on the camera button, and now you can have the forward-facing angle. So that shortcut's located right here. You can also shift here or with the paddles, and then park's located on the back. Now there's also traction control, parking sensors, engine start-stop, and then a few different driving modes. You have Sport, Comfort, Eco Pro, and an adaptive mode too. There's also auto hold and the e-brake. You get 2 auxiliaries and the armrest. There's also a locking glove box finished off in Alcantara, and then garage door buttons up top and dome lights. Since this has the carbon fiber roof, there's no sunroof or sunshade. But hopefully you can tell it actually bubbles up a little bit here. So at 5'10", I have a good bit of headspace, and you could probably even fit with a helmet on as well. So setting off behind the wheel for this M850i, as you've been able to tell, this is a special and limited edition for the 8 Series. This is basically paying tribute to the original E31 8 Series as the final goodbye for the 8 Series. The M8 has already been discontinued, and so now the M850i is in its last year for 2026. It will be interesting to see what BMW decides to replace it with some of their future models. But with this M850i, this is essentially an M8 without the additional horsepower. So you still have the same engine, just detuned slightly compared to the M8. You have the M8 seats, you have a lot of the same materials as what is on and offered for the M8, you just have a lot lower of a price tag. So for $133,000, I believe an equivalent M8 would be about 150 or more. So it is much less expensive. You still have a lot of power nonetheless. So while it's detuned, it's still going to be a very performance-oriented vehicle. With it though, it is still just a normal M850i at the end of the day, minus that package, which are mainly cosmetics except for the seats, which are very comfortable, by the way. These would be very good for daily driving. So with the rest of it, it's what you'd expect, including the exhaust. So as you heard with the rev clips, it's definitely a beefy sounding exhaust for this V8. And we still have the old school infotainment, so that split design with all the controls down below. BMW never updated this to the LCI version with the larger screen because this is the final goodbye. So they didn't put that in this model. So if that's something that you like, you can still get this system. We can put it into second gear and then merge into the traffic. Let's take a listen to how this sounds. Definitely sounds really good, and that was a minor acceleration. With the horsepower that this has and the all-wheel drive system, you should pretty much be able to put that power down all of the time and have a very performance-oriented sedan, basically. So if you're looking for performance, you want power, you want a practical sedan, this is a great option to go with. It's also very luxury focused too, so if you want a vehicle that is going to be quiet, we have a suspension that's pretty forgiving, but it's also going to handle very well in twisty roads, taking it to the track or something like that. It's really a good combo between the two. So you could daily drive this and just have a relaxing vehicle, or put it into sport mode and have some fun. So honestly, this is a really cool vehicle to drive, and I don't see a lot of them out on the road. I wish they were more popular, and maybe that's why BMW is discontinuing it, because there are some other options from BMW, some other M models that may be more appealing. Maybe being a four-seater technically is something that's not quite as appealing, having that center stack there. So I'm not sure the exact reason why they're getting away from it, but this is a cool vehicle. So if you see one, you know what it is. And it's something that is going to be performance oriented and a heck of a lot of fun to drive. And still in sport mode, second gear, here we go. And just a minor acceleration, this will get up to speed. So this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the last model and a special edition for the M850i. Really nice place to be. All of the premium materials as you would expect for its price tag. And it's just a good combo between a daily driver and something that you can still rip on and have fun with. While it's not the M8, I don't think you can really complain with the power and performance that you get with this, and it also costs much less too. So with this engine, you could tune it, you could do some modifications to it to gain that power back, and you basically have an M8 that just says it's an M850i. And I'm sure you could make it much louder too if you wanted, but from the factory, it definitely sounds really good. And if you like what I'll call the old school tech and layout, you still have a good bit to make this a comfortable daily driver. So at the end of the day, you have pretty much everything that you need in one vehicle, and one that can do it all. If you're not looking for an SUV or anything, and you want something that can corner and handle very well. So if you are looking for the M850i, you can get this limited edition to give you basically the M8. If you are looking for all of these goodies, all of this power and performance. And let's do another acceleration from first gear. Here we go. The pedals are going to be very responsive as well as you would expect. And you can't go wrong with this model. This is definitely a fun way to have the 8 Series basically be discontinued with having this model here. So that's going to wrap it up for the M850i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this for me today. Take a look at the website, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.